Hi you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with another weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that really supports your health and wellness. This week we're going to be talking about closet organizers and how to create a really healthy space within your closet. So I think this is a really nice place to start for a lot of people if you're going to be doing a project. It's small. It's not usually something that is going to be frustrating if it goes on for longer than we think. And it's a place that really doesn't get a lot of ventilation. So it can be a great place to swap out materials and a great place to really focus on reducing toxins. So a lot of our closet organizers that you see in the store or that you may have in your own home are made from plywood and different pressed woods, which we know have a lot of adhesives that contain VOCs and formaldehyde. So the good news is there are more options than ever before that allow you to create a beautiful closet with low toxins. I'm going to talk about the different materials that you can look for. I have some brands that really offer a sustainable, healthy option in terms of closet organizers. And I'm also going to help you figure out what to do if you want to keep the current closet organizer or system that you have, but you know that it probably has some toxins in it. So we're going to go through some slides and take a look at all of this information. I'm going to share with you different toxins that are in current systems that we want to avoid. If you are someone who likes to click on links, dive deeper into this information, then I would encourage you to go to this week's blog post. It is the link at the bottom of the video description. Otherwise, I'm so excited to go through this information with you and kind of figure out what we can do in our closet space. So every day I walk into my not so minimalist closet and pick out my clothing for the next day. And every day when I do this, I start running through closet ideas in my head to add closet organizers and make my space truly functional, toxin-free, and a pretty space all at the same time. I think it's the ultimate goal for closets. Everywhere, it's like the trifecta of a functional space, a low toxin or toxin-free area, and a space that makes you feel good and looks good too. In fact, I kind of think that maybe this is the goal for a whole house now that I'm kind of thinking about it. But the closet is a really great place to start for so many reasons. The closet is a small space, which means usually it won't take much time or money to update this space to be a low toxin room of your house. Closets are also closed-in spaces, which means there's very little air flowing in and out of the room, and there's often almost no ventilation at all. So without air movement, the toxins in our closet can end up staying put instead of being filtered out of our house through mechanical or natural ventilation. As I've pondered my closet ideas and closet organizers, I thought it would be a good topic to share with you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the toxins that are in most closet organizers, some healthy closet organization systems, minimalist closet concepts for a healthier space, and then my top picks for closet organization systems. So first, we're going to take a look at toxins in most closets. Most closet organizers that you purchase in the store that are DIY installations are made of particle board, which, as we've talked about time and time again, contains VOCs that off-gas into the air inside our home. So I would say unless you're seeking out toxin-free closet organizers, most of what you find either online or at a hardware store is going to contain toxins like formaldehyde and other VOCs. These toxins are not only harmful to your health, but often closets are small, unventilated spaces that can hold a lot of that inside. The air inside our closet has a very low number of hourly exchanges with fresh air, meaning it's stagnant and it's filled with whatever toxins off-gas inside our closet's closed doors. So some of the toxins that we're going to take a look at first is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is literally the glue that holds particle board and plywood together. The core of these manufactured wood products is made of a formaldehyde resin that bonds the wood together in a very strong and very effective way. The problem is that formaldehyde is a known human carcinogen, and specifically it's been linked to brain cancers, nasal cancers, and possibly leukemia. It has also been shown to cause issues such as skin irritation, fatigue, and upper respiratory irritation. Formaldehyde has been linked to reproductive problems in women as well as development of asthma in children. So it's a toxin that is all over our homes, and any place that we can reduce it at all is going to be beneficial to our bodies. The next toxin that we're going to talk about is just the overall VOCs. So there's so many VOCs in the world naturally and in our homes. There's so many that I have an entire post that just covers part of them, and I have that linked in the blog post this week. But in manufactured wood products, there's some of the big ones like benzene and toluene, and benzene has been linked to childhood leukemia, developmental delays. It's been classified as a known carcinogen. Toluene is the other big one. It's also a known carcinogen to humans, and it can harm the reproductive process. Another chemical that we want to watch out for are flame retardant chemicals. So this is another chemical that is all over our house. It has been shown to disrupt the endocrine system and specifically cause problems with the thyroid function. It also has negative impacts on the immune system and can cause neurological problems, especially in children. So fire or flame retardants are known to increase the risk of cancer diagnosis and negatively affect the reproductive system in both men and women, and it's something we want to avoid. Pesticide treatments is another thing that we have to talk about when we're looking at wood. So because manufactured wood is basically leftover scraps and pieces of wood and sawdust, it's impossible to know exactly what's in the mixture. Most wood is treated with insecticides or pesticides to prevent pests from getting into the wood products. But what we know is that pesticides are a huge health risk to us and to our kids. Pesticides have been linked to an increased risk of childhood cancer and an increased risk of developmental defects and stillbirths in pregnant women. Pesticides have also been linked to an increased risk of Parkinson's disease, as well as other nervous system disorders. In men, it has been found to alter the reproductive and endocrine function, which alters the mobility and quality of their sperm. And I have linked in this week's blog post another post that I did that is specific to pesticides with way more information if it's something that you are wanting more information about. So let's take a look at healthy closet organizers. There are going to be so many options that you can choose to do in your own home with varying price points. So the first one, we're going to start with the least expensive. If you already have a system, you can actually block the VOCs on your current system. So a few weeks ago, I wrote and did a video about AFM Safe Coat and their options for blocking VOCs in manufactured wood products. If you have a closet system that you love or one that works really well, or you just don't want to wastefully start from scratch, you can actually seal up the exposed edges with Safe Seal, and then you can use Hard Seal to coat the tops or the finished edges. I linked that blog post for you guys in the blog post this week. So if you're wanting to know how to use AFM Safe Coats products, you can learn exactly how to use them and how to block the VOCs so they stop off-gassing into your closet. Another option is to use a solid wood system. So I chose this option in our old house to add closet shelves. I purchased all solid wood, created my own shelves in 2 areas of our house. And I think solid wood is a great option for when you want a DIY closet organization, and you can find a ton of closet ideas that you can simply use wood for instead of cheap manufactured wood, especially on like Pinterest or other places online. You want to make sure that any paint or clear coat you add is also toxin free, but natural wood is an excellent option for closets as it's extremely durable and there are very few toxins in them. You can also find solid wood systems if you hunt around for them. I have a couple that I'm going to share with you later on in this video. Another option is to use toxin-free manufactured wood. So I am happy to report that there are so many more options now than ever before if you're looking for manufactured wood, but toxin-free. I actually wrote a post on plywood and plywood alternatives that I linked in the blog post this week, and it can give you some really good ideas of where to look if you're trying to find a lighter wood that's not as heavy, but manufactured, but also without toxins. So some options that I'll just rattle off here. You can look for Soy Strong maple plywood. I think that's at Home Depot. Pure Bond birch plywood. I also believe that's at a big box hardware store. You can look for, you can special order rice straw MDF boards or wheat board eco boards. So these are all options. I have them in this week's blog post if you want more information on those. And then the last thing that you could try is to find a PVC free metal system. So metal systems are a great alternative for closet organizers. I love that they're usually lighter in weight and they're also relatively inexpensive. You want to make sure that you're getting a metal that is either powder coated or uncoated. Anything else can have PVC toxins in the coating, which is a toxin you want to avoid in your home. And I have a couple metal systems that I'm going to share a little bit later. So let's talk about some like organic, minimalist closet concepts. So to be honest, I really truly think that the fewer clothes you have, the less you need to reorganize and clean your closet on a regular basis. I have successfully pared down my closet several times, and I always feel better when I have fewer items inside. I'm so far from a minimalist in the wardrobe department, but what I have learned over the last few years is that really I don't need a closet full of clothes. Typically, I just wear my favorites, and I do it over and over. Another thing that I want to talk about is conventional clothing typically has formaldehyde and pesticides in the fabric fibers, which are harmful to our bodies as we wear clothing all day. So one thing that you can do is opt for organic clothing, especially clothing that sits on your skin for a long period of time. So you could think undergarments, pajamas, and this is especially true for kids. You can reduce a significant source of toxin exposure just by doing that, and just doing like organic cotton undershirts and undergarments and pajamas. I linked for you in this week's blog post Packed, which is a great source for organic cotton clothing. And to be honest, they're really affordable. So let's get to the top picks in closet organizers. These are some specific brands if you're looking for a system that is ready to put together, and I have them linked in this week's blog post. So the first one is California Closets. They have a sustainable option where they choose natural woods and low toxin materials. Another one is Simple Closet. They use natural wood, and you can get it in all different finishes. So I have pictured here a wooden one just because you don't see those very often, but they also have stained and painted options for you as well. Another place that I found some great low toxin shelving options is Closet Factory, and they do all sorts of different styles that you can custom design for your space. If you're wanting to do something more like just grab it on Amazon, I have linked for you the Rubbermaid metal shelves. These are bare metal shelves, no PVC. I don't know if you can get a powder coated option. All of them looked like they were bare metal to me. But this is a great option if, like I said, you want to just pop onto Amazon and grab a closet organizer and get it sent to your house. And then the last option I want to share is the Container Store has an Alpha metal system. So these are powder coated. They are a great option. They have so many add-ons. As you can see, the one that I shared here is perfect for like an entry closet or a linen closet, and they've got the baskets. There's so many little things that you can add to this system. And again, you can just order that right from the Container Store and it'll be shipped to your house. Or if you live in an area where you have a Container Store, you can go take a look. But all of these options are linked in this week's blog post. So if you would like more information, head to the link at the end of my video description and it will bring you to the blog post where I have sources for each of these closet systems linked. And I also have blog posts linked that give you more information on plywood, on different toxins, and on finding healthier options for your closet. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you were able to get a little bit of information that can help you in your own closet, whether you're going to be changing it now or in the future, or just modifying what you have. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave me a comment, send me an email, and I will try to point you in the right direction. Otherwise, I will be back next week with another healthy house tip on creating an indoor space that really supports your health and wellness.